Well, after 2 years and 4 months, I started drinking again. Well, I've got to be honest with you. I did drink, but I didn't necessarily start drinking again regularly. But I did have a couple of beers as an experiment with dinner to let you know how it feels to go back to drinking occasionally after 2 years and 4 months of being completely dry. So, guys, welcome to the Bedros Keuilian show. This is another park pontification, and I'm going to tell you something that after 2 years and 4 months, exactly what happened when I had 2 beers with dinner about a week and a half ago. Now, hear me out on this. First, I got to tell you, I am not an alcoholic, meaning I don't have a vice or a dependency or an addiction to alcohol. If you guys watch the Bedros Keuilian show, my podcast, you know that, well, I stopped drinking November of 2023 because I would drink once or twice a month, typically at a meet and greet. So after I speak at an event, there's the old meet and greet where you meet and greet the people in the audience and you shake hands and you take pictures. And being an introvert, I would go to the local bar at the hotel venue and I would get a cocktail or two. Typically, I'd get a vodka with either cranberry or vodka with pineapple juice. And I'd have either a double or I'd have 2 of those cocktails. So basically 2 shots of vodka with some juice in it. And it would just take the edge off, and I would call it social lubricant, right? As an introvert, that served as a good social lubricant. It's kind of what I did, once or twice a month when I had these meet and greets to do with people, because being an introvert, that's how I roll. And so what I found, though, as I got older, I'm 50 years old now, and as I started to push 48 years old, I realized even those 2 cocktails randomly, like once or twice a month, I would wake up the next day hungover, heavy-headed, wasn't thinking clearly, didn't sleep well. My workout at the gym suffered the next day or 2. And I realized the thing that was helping me as social lubricant no longer served me well. And so I had to come up with another solution as an introvert, because I got to still do the meet and greets whenever I do the public speakings. However, I was like, you know what, dude, you're a big boy. You don't necessarily have to go and have a cocktail or 2 just to take the edge off and just to be able to loosen up a bit. You're a big boy now. You can use your words and you can just meditate and breathe and work your way into a more comfortable state. Because it's one thing to be on stage and you're speaking to the audience. It's another thing to be surrounded by a lot of people. And I get a lot of speakers and celebrities and whatever. They love that attention. As an introvert, I love the one-on-one. So when I'm speaking to an audience from stage, no matter if it's 700 or 7,000 people, it feels like a one-on-one conversation. But when I'm surrounded by a bunch of people and there's cameras and we're shaking hands and we're talking and meeting and greeting and answering questions, I don't like to feel like a celebrity. I don't like to feel like a big shot. And so I just kind of cringe at the whole way that I'm being, and I realized that people aren't getting the experience that they thought they were going to get from meeting Bedros. So that's how the old liquid courage came in, right? A couple of shots of booze. So with that said, I realized, hey, you know what? I can just talk myself into being comfortable and asking questions. And if I can ask questions, hey, who are you? Where are you from? How did you find me? Thank you for coming out here to this event. How are you part of this organization, etc. That it would serve as a good kind of social lubricant, right? Conversation.
Hey guys, quick interruption to the show. Let me tell you all about the Trulene Wellness Shot. If you're like me and you care about your health, hydration, and building a strong immune system so you can stay active and you can get after it in life, then you want to try the Trulene Wellness Shot. I used to take 11 different supplements in the morning, things like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B12, echinacea, ginger, and a whole bunch more. Now it's all included in the Trulene Wellness Shot. I want to send you a 30-day supply for 50% off. Just go to Trulene.com, use the code word Bedros, my name, to get 50% off. You'll also get free shipping. You get a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, and $1 of every order goes to Shriners Children's Hospital. And when you use the code word Bedros and do the subscribe and save, which is a Trulene Tribe program, every month you'll get a fresh supply of Trulene Wellness Shots for an additional 20% off and free shipping, and $1 of every monthly order will go to Shriners Children's Hospital. So go to Trulene.com, use code word Bedros, and take advantage of this amazing offer. Now back to the show.
With that said, I stopped drinking 2 years and 3 months ago. However, a week and a half ago, I had 2 beers with dinner. And here's what happened next. I literally had a hard time sleeping at night. I was tossing and turning the whole night, having indigestion because I think my body was having a hard time digesting the alcohol. It's not like I overate. I was tossing and turning. I really didn't feel rested when I got up. And then quite honestly, my fingers were swollen the next day and I was foggy headed, like almost processing information slower, which makes sense as you study and look up the information on how alcohol affects the brain. Your cognition, right? Your cognitive thinking is slower. You're processing like you're almost foggy headed. You're not able to make the best decisions. And in terms of emotions, you might be a little more emotionally reckless, no matter, it doesn't matter how much you've had, I suppose. You're going to have some kind of emotional variance. If you had a lot to drink, the next day you're going to be more irritable. If you only had a little bit to drink, you might not be as irritable and angry, but you're still kind of emotionally a little looser, for a lack of a better term. But I share this with you because not only did I not sleep well and was foggy headed, woke up with swollen fingers and just wasn't able to process information well, but the sleep was all interrupted. And then finally, when I went to the gym the next morning, I just felt like I wasn't able to push through the weights. I wasn't able to catch my breath and recover fast enough. And again, as I look up all of the signs and the issues and the effects of alcohol on the brain, on sleep, on your health and fitness, it's everything that I experienced from just having 2 beers after 2 years and 4 months of no drinking. And I was probably on the very lighter end of social drinking. So I share this with you because at the end of the day, we know that alcohol is poison. So if you're asking me, hey, Bedros, are you going to keep social drinking again here and there? I don't know. Maybe after another 2 years and 4 months, if I crave some beer, I might have it. But quite honestly, no, I'm not. The only reason I did it is I was kind of curious, like, hey, after 2 years and 4 months, how am I going to feel? Now, let me tell you something. When I stopped drinking the alcohol 2 years and 4 months ago, and after about 90 days of being completely dry, I started to notice even faster cognitive functions. I was sleeping even deeper. My workouts were even more effective, and I was having faster recovery. And this is someone who only drank once or twice a month and just a couple of cocktails, right? So imagine if you're one of those regular drinkers that drink, a couple times a week, 3, 4, 5 times a week, just to take the edge off, just to relax at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you are poisoning yourself. And all those effects that I just mentioned, cognitively, in terms of sleep, in terms of your health and fitness, all of those things are the poison trying to leave your body. It is the alcohol that poisoned your brain, your health, your sleep, and it is the process of it trying to leave your body. So why would you drink alcohol? If there is any one plea that I can have with you, if there's any one challenge that I would ask you to do, it would be to give up alcohol for the next 30 days and see how you feel. And if you feel better, you sleep better, you think better, you process better, then guess what? Maybe consider giving it up for the rest of your life, even if you're an occasional drinker, because at the end of the day, when you study the long-term effects of alcohol, dementia, higher rates of heart disease, brain cancer, and so many other negative effects that it's just not worth the trade-off, is it? It's not. So I hope this landed well with you. I hope to see you at BK Live May 31st in beautiful Anaheim, California, where we're going to talk about all the different ways you can build your business, build a lifestyle of freedom, be able to serve more people with money, and at the end of the day, build a brand that is going to leave a generation of wealth for you and your family far beyond when you and I are gone. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, love, comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.